ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and I've got some news coming out of Power World. It's actually pretty good news. Well, coming from PocketPair, the developers of Power World. From GameIndustry.biz, PocketPair says it can afford to give indies better publishing deals thanks to Power World's success. We realize we're in a position where we're not wanting for anything at the moment. They're resting on their laurels. My word, imagine a company doing that. The developer of Power World, PocketPair, has said that the success of its Pocket Monster theme um, hit has meant. Is it really supposed to be a Pocket Monster theme? Like you can't say that shit. I hope this is just like creative input from Alex Forbes Calvin. But like, if they're calling themselves a Pocket Monster themed hit, then they deserve the ire of Nintendo because Pocket Monster is literally what Pokemon is. Sorry, I ran off in the middle of the sentence there. What was it? Has meant that it can give indie developers better publishing deals than they might otherwise receive. Speaking to the games business, is that the name of the company? Is this actually the games business for gamesindustry.biz? I don't know. The company's head of communication and publishing, John Buckley, said that it is it has struggled. He It, the company, it has struggled to find success in the past, but the critical and commercial acclaim afforded by Power World means it's able to help smaller studios out. He noted that many indies are used to forging or foregoing large chunks of their revenue to pay publishers and investors, something that PocketPair isn't concerned about. PocketPair launches its publishing arm in January 2025. Launched Sorry. Pocket Pair has struggled for many years, Buckley said. We've shipped games that were moderately successful, which just about funded the next thing. We're no stranger to suffering, and we're trying to get by yourself. Trying to get by. No, I'm sorry. Shortly after Power World released, a lot of people reached out to us unsolicited saying, "Hey, I'm working on this game." And we thought, is there any reason we'd get involved? We don't have the resources to really act as a publisher. All of our games have basically been self published, right? So the entire side of the industry is relatively alien to us. And what surprised us the most was that the conditions that are normalized now in the indie publishing world. You're meeting with these 4 or 5 man teams who are looking for what is relatively not a lot of money, and they are very used to just giving up all their revenue for 1 year. We just couldn't believe it. You want to make this thing that you are totally in love with, and the price you have to pay, excuse me, is someone else taking all of your money for a year and years and years. We realize we're in a position where we're not wanting for anything at the moment. We can afford to give indies the money they need and not take these huge revenue share agreements. We do much fairer deals and let the developers survive from sale one onwards rather than from sale 50,000 or whatever. Pocket Pair is best known for Power World, which launched in January 2024 and attracted 25 million players within its first month on sale. That's comprised of 15 million sales on Steam and another 10 million players on Xbox, including the Game Pass subscription service. Fucking throw that shit in the trash right now. Game Pass subscription service doesn't mean jack shit to sales at all. At all. It's the worst fucking thing. It's what's killing the gaming industry. It's basically fucking Blockbuster for video games on digital forms. And when was the last time you walked into a fucking Blockbuster? It is not a successful business model. Why haven't people figured this shit out yet? Like, rental services are not good services, and that's all Game Pass is. It is a broad sweeping video game rental service. Get this shit out of my system. I don't want it there anymore. I want to buy games. I want to own them. Fucking give me demos if you want to tempt me. Give me a free like 20-minute demo or something that lets me play the first part of the game just enough to where I get invested in the characters and story and go, ah, holy shit, now I got to buy this game. That's the world we should live in, not this world of fucking, oh, you have so many games, you can't even play them. Yeah, we're always gonna have so many games you can't play. You know how many games the Super Nintendo had? A fucking million. Like, not literally, but you will never play every Nintendo game unless you dedicate a specific set of time to do so, and it's gonna take you a while. Unless you have no job, no career, no responsibilities whatsoever, and you're completely taken care of, and you can play Nintendo games, you know, like 20 hours a day, you're gonna be playing Super Nintendo games for a very long time before you get to the end of that catalog. But where was I? Pocket Pair was sued by. Yeah, we know that Pocket Pair was sued by the company of Nintendo. Um, it's basically Pocket Pair and Power World versus Nintendo and Pokemon. We get it. It's a bullshit, stupid article. And does this just go? Is this just a related article? Is this a chain of art? Okay, they chain articles. Oh, I hate chain articles because sometimes you jump into them, you don't realize you're reading a new article. Although there's some interesting stuff here. Interactive Pokemon in Japan, but no, this is, I guess, what was this real quick? Yuki's 10-cent backed video games growth program return. Oh, 10 cent. Yeah, see, too many video game stuff happening. But 10 cent, what's the no, that's NetEase. Oh wait, no, 10 cent owns NetEase and now TikTok or something. I'd have to look into it. 10 cent's huge apparently. But there you have it. Pocket Pair going out there and helping indie developers. So, reach out to them if you're in development of a game because they might just listen. You never know. The guy said they were receiving unsolicited pleas for help and they were answering them. So hey, that's a good thing. But that means, I do remember them setting up a means of getting in touch with them. So that's probably still available. But the fact that they're, republishing this statement, because when was this? A couple days ago. Because they made this announcement before, but it was more like, hey, we're setting up this system for this. Now they're saying like, they're revealing that they're not looking to make like insane profits. They're looking to help developers. And they're gonna take a little profit, which is actually super awesome. It makes Pocket Pair look really much like the good guys when you compare them to the people they're in legal dispute with Nintendo and what Nintendo's doing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It looks like Nintendo's speed running their way to Mega Evil Corporation or Evil Mega Corporation, however you want to word it. And then you've got this little Pocket Pair guy that's just like fighting them. It's the Dark Souls meme. It's like Yorn and the player and the giant with the huge sword, for those of you that don't know, and then like the little guy. And some people misrepresent the meme. They think the big guy is the one that wins. Now the whole joke is that you're that tiny little dude in Dark Souls, and you're gonna take down that big dude by slashing his like hands and feet up. A lot of hands and feet slashing in Dark Souls. A lot of butthole stabbing too. Don't let anybody ever lead you astray there. A lot of butthole stabbing in Dark Souls. But hey, that's an effective method. You get stabbed in the butthole with a sword, you're done. It's over. But there you go. Mini tangent aside, Pocket Pair really seems like they're going to be one of the best companies coming out of the video game industry in probably the past decade because it's just they're making smart moves in some respects. They're doing some like I swear to God they're taunting Nintendo, especially with that announcement of the card game. But like they're just like little little teasing Nintendo here and there. But we're gonna see where this goes. I really want to see what other developers or other games come from this program because they've done a lot of good for these companies. And if they keep on this trade, they're going to be one of probably regarded as one of the best companies just in general. But that's all I have for this article. This is your host Belmont signing out.